football. Learn about season tickets at uwbadgers.com.
Today was a good day. Knew it was going to be the first day in pads. They're going to be a little rambunctious, and they were flying around. The thing I've liked about them is they have been pretty conscientious about the pre-snap stuff, just lining up, getting themselves set, and handling themselves pretty well. From an injury standpoint, really hasn't changed much since I said at the press conference the other day. A couple guys, mild tweaks and stuff like that, but really hasn't seen anything significant. I really like what I've seen out of the young players. Kenzel Doe and Joel Stave both did a nice job out here today in a first real team situation. So excited about those guys, and open up for questions.
Ryan Roy under center.
Yeah, Ryan. Ryan's got the privilege of that he could probably play center, guard, or tackle, and we obviously know Pete can play very well. Travis could play center as well. Jake Current could play center, but we just want to be able to have a quality depth guy at that position. And Ryan is very intelligent, so we're kind of giving him some reps at that spot as well.
He and Brennan had some bad exchanges. Is that to be expected?
Joey and Ryan together have had some issues. So it's not something Ryan's been working on a great deal. Other than during the winter and getting up to today. So that's kind of existed every day.
A little bit about John's, just his confidence and maybe his moxie. I mean, you knew
John Budmeyer?
Yeah, you knew what you had kind of when you recruit him, but to kind of go through the injuries he has and to kind of perform the way he has, especially in his third spring.
Well, I think that's a big key there. His third spring. This is the third time of hearing everything in addition to the two falls he's already been through. So you notice the confidence. He really did a nice job in the out of season. We can't be around for those type of situations when they're doing individual skellies and stuff like that. And he kind of organized all of that, and that's a leadership role. So. I think he's got a little moxie to him. He's a competitor. My guess is next Saturday when we scrimmage, that's when it's really going to come out.
Did he have that leadership back in high school?
Oh yeah. He led a team to a state championship game as a sophomore.
I guess kind of going through his senior year with the injuries too, and just kind of.
Well, he didn't really play all his senior year.
Right, but from the sidelines, his teammates.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay.
Nice to be able to see Kurt Phillips get some reps even.
Yeah, he basically does all skelly. He's comfortable, kind of moving. Doesn't really want to, a lot of times when you're coming back from the ACL, it's actually the pivoting movements that scare you the most, more than straight ahead. So that's what we're trying to be real cautious. As you can tell, he's healing very quickly. He's kind of a genetic freak, and hopefully he'll get back sooner than later.
Is he doing more than you thought he was?
I did. I didn't know if you were even going to get him to do that, because even a week or two before spring break, he wasn't comfortable, kind of like backpedaling and dropping and driving, but he's gotten better and probably surprised himself.
Kenzel Doe one of those guys that you just like to get the ball in his hands?
Yeah, there wasn't much of it today. The first 2 days were really impressive. He's got great hands. He goes up and snags the ball. He's not real little, but he's real quick, and he's got great ups.
Nice to get Luke Swan back working with
you guys. I tell you, I'm excited. I got 3 former players, Strickland and Terrence Jamison, and Swanee's a guy that I talked to originally when he was leaving us. When his professional football career, if it came to an end, I'd be interested in hiring him. And he actually had, I think, 2 other jobs that he had before he came to me about a month or 2 ago and said he wanted to do it. And then I obviously lost our guy over the break, and it's worked out pretty well.
You guys have a newer player on your team that was a military guy?
Russo, yeah, you'll have to ask him for the whole story. But a guy that I know has dreamed of this day for a long time, and approached Ben Herbert, our strength coach, and physically he looks the part. First day he goes 100 miles an hour. You don't want to be in the way of him, and just fun to see him go through that. I don't even know. I know he went through Herbs, kind of went through a whole process because of the eligibility issue, because he was in the military. There was a bunch of paperwork to go through, and I said if he comes out and if he could compete in winter conditioning and show that he can move and be a valuable asset, we'd let him have the shot, and that's what he's getting.
What's his first name?
I'm going by Russo.
Could you just talk a little bit about what the last week has been like for practice and how it's all gone for you?
Just out here, well, the first two practices were all in non-padded, so it's a huge emphasis of fundamentals, drill work. It was about the starting point. It's the foundation of what you want to get done. Communication, pre-snap, during the snap, and post-snap. So that was what you saw. Great energy, great enthusiasm. Thought they communicated very well, and today guys naturally regress a little bit when you throw the pads on.
Your 3 new assistants have kind of molded it. I mean, this is kind of the first week they've really had a chance to work with them as much as they have. Do you like what you've been seeing?
I do. I think the running backs have got a great advantage, especially like Monty and James and obviously Zach. They're getting coached by another good coach. I mean, they had a great one in John, and now Thomas comes in. He's got a different way of doing things, and he's got a great reputation. So you grow as a player because of that. And then Damani, he actually knew Chris and Charlie from back in his earlier days at Iowa State, so they knew him personality-wise, and I think our safeties are really going to enjoy working with Damani, and special teams. I've liked what I've been talking to him about. And then Hux, I can't say enough about Hux. He's been a great addition to our staff. Just the chemistry that he brings, the knowledge, the experience, the way he handles and manages the linebackers. I think our linebackers are kind of excited because I heard a couple of them make reference, because he's not the coordinator. He has a little bit more individual time for them, and it's been a nice transition.
I don't know, Monty cut some weight.
Monty Ball?
Yeah, does he look quicker to you?
Yeah, in winter conditioning, he was off the charts. I just was amazed at how much that difference that made. He was about that 230 range, I think 231, 232. He got down to like 216, 215, and I think the goal now is, to get him up about that 322 before next fall. Nothing in a short amount of time, and Monty's looked extremely well.
Is Brennan Kelly nearing full health, and he's going to give you something this spring?
Brennan has been basically from about 6 weeks into the semester has been 100% working and doing everything we've asked him to do, and you saw him flash today. He was a great player before he got hurt, and hopefully he's a guy that can continue to come around.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.